categories 13 hours ago. Spoilers ahead for the July 8th episode of The Bachelorette. The latest episode of Hannah Brown's dramatic season of The Bachelorette was a lot calmer than usual thanks to the fact that the guys weren't together until the final minutes, and they didn't have to share group dates to try and woo Hannah. So, there was less bickering and nobody threw any bologna in anybody else's face. It was hometowns week, and Hannah met the families of Jed, Luke, Peter, and Tyler. Unfortunately, the hometown visits didn't provide Hannah with the clarity she needed, and it led to a wild twist for Luke and Jed at the end of the episode. So, let's look at what went down with them. Considering all the Luke-centric craziness on screen and all the reveals about Jed off-screen while the new episodes have been airing, it probably came as no surprise to viewers who have kept up with news that most of the drama of the episode came from those two. Hannah's trip to meet Luke's folks in Gainesville got off to an uncomfortable start as he introduced her to a prayer group and started talking about all the sex he was chasing in the past. But Hannah felt better by the end about the goodness she has seen in him, and his friends and family painted a pretty picture of him that really didn't match his behavior on the show. His family made Hannah think better of his arrogance, while he was talking to his dad about how he can't really see himself losing. So, it was more of Luke being Luke, just without the other guys around. Bachelor in Paradise spoilers: one of Hannah's former bachelors gets engaged. Hannah's trip to Tennessee to meet Jed's family, who seemed hesitant enough that it's hard not to wonder if the rumors are true and they know about Jed's alleged sketchy behavior before appearing on The Bachelorette, and it unsurprisingly involved a date at a recording studio. Though Hannah was into it, his parents and sister didn't exactly welcome her to the family as a future in-law. Hannah was taken aback by the reception, but she was still into Jed. Her visits to Westlake Village, CA to meet Peter's family and Jupiter, FL to meet Tyler's family were less dramatic and involved some beautiful scenery, a lot of making out, and just a good time for Hannah, so it wasn't surprising when they got the first 2 roses at the rose ceremony. Hannah hesitated when it became time to make the decision between Jed and Luke, despite the fact that I could practically hear Bachelor Nation fans all over the country screaming, "Not Luke," at their TVs. She tearfully had to take a break from the rose ceremony, taking the rose with her and leaving Jed and Luke hanging. She was cryptic enough about her confusion in front of the guys that it was hard to tell if they thought she was having trouble deciding which of them to eliminate or wondering if she could just eliminate both of them at once. Tyler and Peter were of course on Jed's side, with those 3 literally huddling together while Luke stood alone. Honestly, if not for all of Luke's bonkers behavior this season, I'd almost feel bad for how left out he looked. Hannah finally made a decision, and Chris Harrison had to go get another rose for her. Hannah kept both the guys around for the Fantasy Suites episode. She'll go into next week for a Fantasy Suite experience with Luke, Jed, Peter, and Tyler. Bachelorette spoilers: how Tyler C. is the new Peter Krause. While Luke looked pretty confident for a guy whose future on the show came down to the wire, and Chris Harrison's willingness to bend the rules for Hannah, Jed was angry. I hate to actually agree with Jed on something, but he was insulted that Hannah considered him and Luke to be in the same category. Honestly, I've spent most of the season waiting for some of the guys to start wondering about Hannah's judgment for remaining so convinced about Luke's worthiness as a partner. Why did it have to be Jed? Despite getting a rose, Jed isn't feeling too great, and the promo for the Fantasy Suites episode shows Jed asking Hannah to clear some things up about her feelings for Luke, and fans can guess that the big blow-up between Luke and Hannah is on the way. Hannah's reveal that she slept with one of the guys in a windmill has been hyped to the point that it's basically her version of the Colton fence jump. Is the end almost here for Luke? And will the events of the show as it airs continue to impact Hannah's relationship with the guy she chooses? Tune in to new episodes of The Bachelorette on Mondays at 8 p.m. ET on ABC to find out. Blended from around the web. Let's block ads. Why?